Hi, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Founder. On this week's episode, we have yet another talented entrepreneur, Varsha. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you, Tarushi.
All right, so talk to us a little bit about who you are.
Okay, so if I'm to talk about myself in a nutshell, I would say I'm first and foremost a marketing professional. That's where everything started for me. So I've been a marketing professional for the last 15 years, and prior to that, I was a science student. Actually, that's where my educational background is, and a product of Museus College and Vidyalaya. So after that, I think after I graduated from University of Colombo, I worked in Sri Lanka for a bit, and for the last 15 years, I've been out and have had different leadership and marketing roles across Asia. And so in the last 2 years, that's where my career took a turn. I had to come back to Sri Lanka because of a family emergency. And that is when I actually think I responded to my calling of painting and art. So art was something that I could do from very small days, but I never really pursued it as a career. So, but in the last 2 years, it was a bit of a stressful situation, a family situation. So I took to art as more of a therapeutic release, more of therapy. But that actually did give me a lot of sense of calmness, more of an outlet to be more reflective and for self-awareness, self-exploration. So I actually converted that into a form of a career for me now.
As you mentioned, you have actually studied science before. So how has your background in science and management influenced your approach in art?
As a culture, when you go into a school, your society, your parents, everybody wants you to learn science and maths, right? So I think that is where most of my life's learning has been based, because science has given me that mindset of curiosity and an approach of precision, and basically this complex how to break down complex scientific problems into a simpler forms of understanding. So that whole analytical mindset. So that is which I have approached, has that approach in art, where those complex emotions which you go through, the complexity and the layered human experiences, where I break it down to visual elements which I could actually portray on a canvas. So I think that's where science comes in. I think that whole management part of it, my corporate career has given me that experience to narrate a story and do that storytelling on a canvas in a way where my audience would connect with it in a more in-depth manner. So the rigor of science, and I would say the emotional intelligence which comes with management, that has really helped me kind of do a visual mapping of what I want to say in my art.
What role do vibrant colors and you specify mandalas? How does that help you express emotions and human connection?
Okay, so if you take color, color is a strong emotional language. I mean, you say you're feeling blue, you see red. So that's all emotions, right? And so I would say the more strong emotions I portray with very vibrant and bright colors, and complex emotions like being introspective and reflective, and even vulnerability, envy. So those are like complex emotions. So you kind of tend to portray them with dark hues. And then there would be contrasting colors which would basically portray the conflict, the duality in in things we do. So every color which is chosen and put into a painting has an intention. So that's how color comes into what I do as an emotional language. And if you take the mandalas, so let's first talk about what a mandala is. So mandala is like if you take a mandala as a basic design, it's a symbol. So where it's very cyclical, it's a circle, and it's repetitive, it's symmetrical, and there's some completeness, right? And it's layered because you have different layers of design in it. So basically, if you take your life cycle or the nature cycle, everything which we encounter is cyclical. So mandala actually represents that. So mandala for me is more of a metaphor of that layered human experiences and emotions which we experience can be conveyed through mandala. And even if you take our emotions, all these emotions are quite the basic emotions which we have. It becomes complex given the experience and the context you're going through it. Right. So if it's happiness, every time you feel happy, it's joy. But then the intensity of it differs according to the experience. So therefore, it becomes layered. So this emotion fused with an experience, it becomes a memory. And then, so mandala gives you that interconnectedness. The next time you experience that same emotion, you know where to tap in because it's a memory, it's stored somewhere, and you connect to it. So that interconnectedness comes with the mandala and those layered emotions you want to express. So basically, mandala I use as a metaphor. So bringing in the color and the mandala, so it gives structure and fluidity on a canvas for what I want to, for the message which I want to communicate. So that's where both of those come in together. Yes.
So you have a bit of international experience as well. So can you tell me how that has influenced your artistic vision?
I think, so my artistic journey as a serious career artist has been about 2 years. So all these international experiences, these exhibitions that I have taken part in, I think has helped me grow as an artist because every time I take part in an exhibition, I try to take my skills and craft to a whole new level and see what I could bring in as an artist that is unique, that is not seen elsewhere. So that's my thought process on it. And if I look at the last exhibition which I took part in Paris, Art Shopping Expo at Carousel du Louvre, I think that was quite an enlightening experience and a transformative experience because I got to connect with a very culturally rich audience, I would say, who is very much aware of the role art plays in their culture and in their life, and even the venue, which was quite, being there was amazing enough. And then, so then I also exhibited in Abu Dhabi on Maison Design. So the Middle Eastern audience gave me a whole different lens into how I should portray my painting, so what I do on a canvas. So it's more the Middle Eastern audience. With the Middle Eastern audience, I learned how to bring luxury, modernity, sophistication into what I do.
So you have an exhibition coming up.
Yes.
Varna. Yes. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So can you share a little bit about that? What makes it personal for you?
Right. So if you take Varna, so my whole art brand goes as Varna by Varsha. So if you take Varna, Varna is color in Sanskrit, and Kari is craft. So Varna together comes like using color and form and making it into a craft. So that's why it's called Varnakari. So the theme that runs through all of it is that the intricate details and the self-exploratory journey which I've taken and I have grown, how I have grown and explored those human connections, relationships, and emotions, and how my journey as an artist, how I have grown. So when I look at my own Instagram, from the very first painting I posted there 2 years ago when I started my Instagram, and to what I post now, I see a huge difference in my craft and the skill of what I've been doing, and even the concepts, how I've also been able to be bold and venture into areas and explore areas and explore my vulnerability and put it on a canvas.
My final question for you is, what message do you hope your visitors would take from Varnakari, and what advice do you have for a young upcoming artist?
Good question. So what I would want my audience to take from it is, it was a reflective journey for me, which a part of me is in every painting that I have painted. I want them to know whatever they're going through in life, they might not be alone. There has always been somebody who has gone through those same experiences. And all of my paintings might not resonate with everybody, but there would be one painting that would resonate with someone and strike a chord. So that's what I want people to take from it. When they stand in front of that painting, it's like, yeah, this speaks to me. I've been through this. So that is what I would want. That is how I would like people to perceive the paintings, because it's an eclectic collection of arts, right? So it's my journey. So there are different themes which I have explored. So therefore, I think a bigger, wider audience could connect with the paintings which are there. So what I found in this whole process is answering that calling, which was painting, which I could do without of much of an effort from small days, has synchronized everything for me. Everything around me feels much more calmer, more introspective, and more harmonized. So I would say for anybody who's an upcoming artist, I think you should really take up art, do it with conviction, do it with passion, and do it knowing that you will make it. Don't listen to the noise around you. If you like something, that is what you should pursue. So I think that is what I would want to say for an upcoming artist.
Please tell our audience where they can find you, what your social media handles are.
Okay, so you could find me Varna.by.Varsha on Instagram, and Varna by Varsha on Facebook and on YouTube as well.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Varsha, and good luck with your exhibition.
Thank you, Tarushi.